Good afternoon and welcome to the Pepsi Sports Complex here today. Different facility, usually here, Moret Sports Complex here for Lenoir-Rhyne women's soccer in this first matchup of our doubleheader. Here on Bear Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. I'm Adekale Ande, joined by Danny Nicosia here for game one of the doubleheader. We had to move facilities because of imminent and immediate rain. So they're here, on a turf field, Danny, kind of almost like a travel soccer feel to it. Also, welcome to the booth debut here today. Danny, it should be a great day for soccer between the visiting Coker Cobras and the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. This is ideal soccer weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. The rain's kind of held off for right now, and you can't beat a nice turf field. So I think it's a beautiful day for it. A little overcast, but I'm excited to be out here.
Yeah, it should be a fun matchup here today between both sides. First for the visiting Cobras. Cobras are coached by head coach Gary Lindquist and assisted by Sarah Houellette as well as James Sweeney. So this Coker squad comes in at 0-3 on the season. The lone goal here on the season is from Dylan Smith on this squad. Sarah Swaim leading the conference in saves, the goalkeeper there for the Cobras. The sophomore has faced a lot of shots this season. She has 28 saves on the season. She's looking to make a stand today against this potent Lenoir-Rhyne offense, Danny, which we're going to have some different players playing today.
Yeah, you don't have Rhea Acton in there to start things off for the Bears, or Nev Dustin, so it's a little bit of a different look for the Bears up top, but everyone filling in behind them, we have a deep bench, so we can go deep on it, and we're still going to be in a really good spot.
Yeah, it should be an exciting one for Lenoir-Rhyne. They come in at 4-0-1 on the season. We're looking to remain undefeated here. Some different faces out here on the turf pitch here today. Vivian Jones getting her first time back since tearing her ACL in her first collegiate game. She's back and ready to go for the Bears. Sydney Wall coming back from injury as well. Emma Olsen's in the lineup, and Scarlett Kelly as well. So Lenoir-Rhyne looking to get going. I mean, this is a team that is just so stout offensively. Rhea Acton leading the conference in goals with 5. You have someone like Steph Figueredo who has 3 goals on the season as well, and Zuger, explosive and just dynamic outside on the wing, leading the conference in assists, and then you have old faithful back there in goal, Grayson Cameron. She's really stepped up huge this year. So it should be a really exciting matchup, and I'm just looking forward to both teams getting at it. Danny, is it any different? It's basically a neutral site. I know it's going to be technically a home match for Lenoir-Rhyne, but it's basically a new pitch, new field for both sides. Does that come into play here today?
I think a little bit. I think, we're moving the game time up to a noon kickoff, and we're used to a 7:30 kickoff here. So I think that plays a really large factor in it. And then obviously a neutral site. We just started allowing fans, at home games, so that's not too much of a change since there won't be too many people out here. But, no, I think being at a neutral site, moving the game time up, it's definitely going to play a large factor in the game. Yeah,
nothing like some afternoon soccer here for you guys watching at home. Danny, I know you played at Queens. Do you like playing on turf?
So I didn't play on turf until I went to college. So I played on grass, growing up, and then I became accustomed to the turf. So I do enjoy it. It speeds the game up a lot, and, the Bears are used to playing on our grass field in the stadium. So the ball's going to move fast, and it's wet out there, which is going to make it even faster. I'm not sure if Coker's got a turf field or not, but it'll be interesting to see how both teams adapt to it.
Yeah, so we are getting ready to get things rolling here about 4, maybe 5 minutes out from beginning this opening matchup. It should be an exciting game here on Bear Sports Network. Once again, thanks for staying tuned from wherever you are watching at home. We're ready to roll here, and should be a great match. So we're back here on Bear Sports Network. You're about to watch Lenoir-Rhyne women's soccer as they take on the Coker Cobras. Let's go to the starting lineups here for both sides. First for the visiting Cobras. In goal, you're going to have number 1, Sarah Swaim. You're going to have number 2, Chloe Green. Number 4, Gabby Sturia. Number 6, Lilia Rodriguez. Number 11, Madeline Becker. Number 13, Alexandra Brown. And number 15, Katrina Manning. Number 18, Hannah Chu. Number 19, Dylan Smith. Number 20, Kennedy Price. And number 24, Anna Bozzoni. And for your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, you're going to have Grayson Cameron starting in goal. You have Sydney Wall in the game, probably playing defender. Steph Figueredo, Abby Biddle, Vivian Jones, Emma Olsen, Amanda McFarland, Scarlett Kelly, Ina Melina Sarah, Ali Zuger, and Maddie Kyle.
Something we're definitely going to have to get used to, that horn going off.
Yeah, it's full of adjustments here today, but wouldn't have it any other way to bring you some great soccer here on the pitch. We're getting ready to roll here at the Pepsi Soccer Complex. Any kind of bold predictions you have today, Danny?
I wouldn't really say it's a bold prediction, but, I'd love to see the Bears possess the ball a little bit better today. They struggled with that on Sunday against Tusculum. Couldn't really handle the pressure very well. So I'd like to see them possess the ball, kind of play through the middle and adjust, on the fly to whatever Coker might throw at them. What about yourself?
Yeah, I definitely want to see them work a little bit harder. Tusculum didn't have a good game plan coming into that, but Lenoir-Rhyne kind of just shot themselves in the foot. They didn't play their game, and they were able, to capitalize on it eventually and come out 2-1. But I'm looking for them to kind of stay aggressive here today, and I'm looking for some new Bears to kind of get in the fold, especially scoring-wise. I'm going to say Vivian Jones has the first goal of the game in her debut back.
That's a great prediction. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing her play yet, so I'm very excited about that. Ready to get going here.
Yeah, so we're about to roll. Looks like everyone's lined up, getting to their spots. And I believe Lenoir-Rhyne will have first possession. You see Zuger there in the middle. Strong challenge there by Brown. And let's see how Lenoir-Rhyne kind of moves this around. Some new pieces in.
That was a great outside run there by Maddie Kyle. Just trying to get up and out. It's going to be really helpful, especially if Zuger gets pulled in towards the middle. She can come around on the outside and can find her for some through balls.
Yeah, this Coker team's already pressing early, as you can see. That's something that we didn't really see in the last game at Coker. You see a throw in there for Lenoir-Rhyne. They really want to put pressure on this back line and try to get some more shots off, because I believe they only had 2 shots on goal in their last matchup, so they got to be better offensively if you're Coker. And now an opportunity here for Coker, as that's Lilia Rodriguez running down the right sideline. And a strong challenge. I believe that's Ina Melina Sarah with the clearance. So here we go. Coker on the attacking third. Let's see what they can do. Ball's played in, whipping around. Wall, good clearance, and now...
Oh, that's a great ball.
Looking to run is, I believe that was Vivian Jones looking to play one on to Kelly.
And I think where the Bears also can look to attack here is having Scarlett Kelly play just a little bit higher. She's getting sucked back into that midfield, and Coker's back line is so deep that, she's getting it and turning, and they're on her. And otherwise we could, if she pushes back to the line a little bit higher, we can look for that through ball to her into the space behind.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for that. You see Vivian Jones there on the outside trying to work. How distracting is it? I know you've played soccer your whole life. How distracting is it having other lines out on the field?
It's not as distracting as I think people initially think. You know, if you know what color you're playing, then you're usually pretty set. I think we're playing the white lines here today.
So, Cobras looking to make a stand here offensively. You see ball boy Eddie Nickerson, one of our great GAs here at Lenoir-Rhyne, fielding that ball ever so quickly. Now the Cobras attacking, and a great tackle there by Sydney Wall, hitting the turf. Glad to see her back, returning from injury. And it's been that kind of season. It's the season of comebacks for a lot of teams, players who should have maybe graduated last year, coming back this year, extra year of eligibility, players returning from injury and, being triumphant. A lot of adversity being battled this year with COVID and just in general in 2020.
Absolutely, and I think it gives teams a leg up as well. If you're supposed to graduate some key players and they get to stick around for a whole other year. So I think the Bears, they have those pieces, like you said, coming back from injury and just having that grace of the extra year of playing. It's really going to be helpful for them.
So ball bouncing around, McFarland able to clear it. Usually, if you're watching here at home, you can notice that ball's taking some funky bounces off the turf. Something that maybe might not happen on grass, especially with a wet turf. Again, some skips that might be bouncing a little bit higher. So let's see how the players kind of adjust with their deliveries.
It's a good switch.
So they're working that switch. That's Olsen there on the far sideline. Able to beat one defender, and now she's pushing. She's got Kelly making a run. Vivian Jones,
ball.
Long strides.
We got to get some numbers in the box here, and
Jones trying to go 1v1 on the outside. Olsen lays one back across around the 18, and that would be cleared immediately by Dylan Smith.
I'd love to see Abby Biddle kind of sit at the top of the box there, wait for that ball from Emma Olsen instead of having Zucker come all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just need to, fill the box a little bit more when we get numbers going forward.
Now outside to Jones. And that's always one thing when you're coming back from an ACL injury is you might be a little bit fearful of contact, but once you're able to kind of break that mental barrier, it's incredible to see someone who's coming back from that injury just battle out there.
Absolutely.
So now the Cobras are looking to make an attack there on the far sideline and trickle out of bounds for a Lenoir-Rhyne throw-in. So far in this one, haven't really seen much leeway either side. It's kind of been back and forth. Even with possession, and it doesn't seem like either team is really edging the other one.
Yeah, we haven't really seen that push from either team to go towards the attacking end. Bears had a quick look down here, but now we're looking to push a little down the sideline.
Figueroa working with space, looking to deliver a ball. Puts it back across the 6. Kelly's there, and she puts it into the back of the net. 1-0 Lenoir-Rhyne. Just like that, they've opened this one wide open.
That was beautiful. Kelly in a great spot, just getting in front of the defender and the player, or the goalkeeper, excuse me. That was a wonderful ball by Steph. And we'll give you a quick little replay here.
It's kind of crazy just to realize how much space Steph had there as we show you this outside Power and Fitness replay. Took her time on the ball, great delivery off the bounce, and Kelly cleaning things up, puts one into the back of the net. And you can't really blame Swaim there for coming off her line. That's the right idea, kind of cut off the ball and kind of collided there with the defender, and it was a goal there for Kelly. Vivian Jones battling there on the far sideline. Nice switch to Kelly. Kelly takes a touch inside. Kelly fires a curler!
Ooh.
Just missing the pipe there the post from Scarlett Kelly, that would have been a pretty one. And that's got to make you feel good. I mean, Kelly getting the first goal of the match. Once you see one go in, you feel like anything else can go in. And she almost curled that one right off the post. So it's 1-0 here in the early onset of this match. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Lenoir-Rhyne Women's Soccer here on Bear Sports Network, presented by NBA Roofing. Lenoir-Rhyne up 1-0 here over the Coca Cobras. Kelly looking to win this ball. Figueredo there. Kyle into some space. She's got an opening if she wants it. And you hear Olsen calling for the ball. It's a good switch. A layoff there to Vivian Jones in the corner. She's looking to go 1v1. And that ball will be cleared out of bounds. Inside to Biddle. Biddle takes a touch inside. Biddle rips a shot, and that will be direct right at Swaim for an easy save. And we saw in that last game against Tusculum, Biddle likes to strike it out there from deep, kind of past the 18. She hit a pretty ball that hit the top of the crossbar. Almost went in against Tusculum. You see that strong header there from Steph Figueredo. Kyle has just been so key here for this team. And a beautiful ball to Zuger. Oh, just not able to keep it in bounds on the turf. And that's one of those things that maybe even in a grass pitch might have been able to stay in right there. So Kyle playing tough defense. Able to win that there is Satrina Manning. So throw in there on the far sideline. Cobra's looking to attack. Ball played in. A good deflection there by Kyle. Still working the ball around. A shot ripped, and that one will go well wide for a goal kick for Lenoir-Rhyne. So it's still a 1-0 match. The Cobras are looking to answer here after an early Lenoir-Rhyne goal from Scarlett Kelly, an assist by Steph Figueredo. So Danny, how if you're a team down 1-0 early, how do you kind of adjust to what the other team is bringing?
I think for Coker, maintaining possession and finding those gaps, that just moving the ball around, making the Bears defense move, and then finding those gaps and being able to attack is going to be really key here for them. They're working the ball up that left sideline pretty well. But, we have that strong back line there for the Bears, so it's tough to work it around them.
Yeah, and it seems like 1-0 is a different match, obviously, and then 2-0. But once goals start piling on, it makes it just even harder to kind of get momentum.
Absolutely, especially in the beginning of the game when you might be struggling to keep possession and work through and work around the other team. Once they start turning it on and scoring goals, it makes it even more difficult to figure out how to make things click.
You see our first foul of the match. We were able to win that one, and now that'll give a Maddie Kyle free kick and a service opportunity. Maybe even look for a switch across. Olsen seems to be able to buy her lonesome. And she'll go that way. Olsen Olsen up ahead to Jones. She cuts back middle.
Scarlett's really waiting on that back line, too. She's doing a much better job of staying higher, like we talked about earlier, and really looking for that through ball. I think it's going to come for her again.
And then errant clearance. There's an opportunity here for Chloe Grain. And saved by Cameron. And they're going to call that offsides there on the Cobras.
Grayson Cameron, she's just been electric for Lenoir-Rhyne on the back, just really locked down in the goal.
Now, she's a rock, a stable for this team. I mean, it just says something. This is her first year here with Lenoir-Rhyne, the NC State transfer. And, I mean, voted as a captain by her teammates.
Yeah.
That
just tells
phenomenal.
you everything right there.
Ball put up. Kelly going to threaten here. And that's one of those where, like, those passes back to the keeper usually maybe go a little quicker, but might get caught up on some turf there, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it looks like we're having some trouble getting the ball out of the back here. It's just great for the Bears. They're putting on some really good pressure. That's a great layoff.
Biddle, left-footed strike, low. Would have loved to see her kind of rear back on that one and kind of lay off a rocket from outside the 18. But like you said, especially if Kelly's pressing high, those passes have to be sharper back to the keeper.
Absolutely, and Zuger was doing a good job of taking away this outside defenseman, and that's when Coker's midfield's really got to check back and come to the ball and give their goalkeeper some extra options.
And that's a great sign right there from Vivian Jones. Your first real true bump from a mark here on the match and able to get straight back up. That's how you know she's got confidence in herself to play through this.
Absolutely.
So Olsen there on the service. And that ball will go out of bounds.
That's great pressure by Scarlett, pushing the Coker defender out, but allowing it to bounce off her so the Bears can keep advancing up the field.
And, talking to Coach Higgins about this Lenoir-Rhyne team, it's just scary. I mean, last year, majority of your goals coming, from Axa Mushtak, Hannah Van Eerden, Abby McGarrell, majority of your goals. Those players are now gone. Those seniors have left. And Lenoir-Rhyne is still clicking offensively.
Absolutely. And even missing some key pieces here today on their offensive line. Like what I was saying earlier, they're just deep and they can go into their bench when they need to and still put goals on the board.
Yeah, you don't know who it's going to be coming from. I mean, Kelly scored the first goal of this match. It could be Steph. It could be Abby Biddle. It literally could be anyone on this pitch, and that's what makes them so dangerous.
Absolutely.
So Lenoir-Rhyne trying to put something up here and add to their lead, up 1-0 here over the Cobras. You see Biddle turning.
Bears don't have anyone in the box, though.
Biddle looking to go 1v1, needs some help. Lays it off for Jones. Also maybe to play a service in. Cuts down the left sideline.
Keep it in.
And can't tell from here, but I believe they'll be awarded a throw-in there close to the pin.
I know Mac and Steph are playing in more of that defensive mid position, but I'd love to see one of them push up to the top of the box just a little to give the Bears some more numbers when we're advancing forward. Exactly.
Good pressure there by Steph on the defensive side of the pitch.
Get a big throw in here from her.
Yeah, she's that throw-in specialist here for the Bears. Excellent deliveries. Kelly bouncing around.
Ooh.
And Biddle. We're going to see a little bit of that today. The turf monster coming out to show its ugly head. Slip there on the pitch. So we're going to see Swain. Like I said earlier, she's leading the conference in saves, adding to her total today. I mean, she came in with 28. And that's usually a good sign when your keeper is leading the conference in saves. That means they're seeing a lot of shots, but as well as just staying active and being checked into the match.
Absolutely. It gives your team a better chance of, staying locked in on the game and giving your defense a chance to breathe when you know you got a good goalkeeper behind you.
See Max Gamble down there, Lenoir-Rhyne photographer. Had to stay checked in there as a stray ball coming his way. So we're almost getting there to halfway in this first half. Lenoir-Rhyne still up 1-0 here with the Coker Cobras.
Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication from the Bears on who's pressuring the ball.
And that ball will go out of bounds. Just a little indecision there from Hannah Chu. Didn't know whether to keep it or clear it away. So now Kyle with the throw-in. She needs some help. Someone needs to check into her. That was a good no-look throw-in there by Kyle.
Unfortunately. And, you know, I think what can be helpful here, too, you know, there's no offsides on throw-in, so we can get a little bit deeper. Scarlett can get beyond her defender and really turn her towards that end line and hopefully get a cross in.
And I'm Kyle. I'm switching this ball or trying to get it across if she can.
Yeah. You got Emma Olsen wide open on the backside. Use your goalkeeper here.
Good turn by McFarland, opening up her hips, opening up
fantastic.
The complete width of the field.
And that's that quick ball across the turf. That's going to play a huge factor here today. You know, it was a great pass by Steph, and Emma was ready for it, but you know, just moved a little bit faster than she thought.
This ball's played down wide and will go out of bounds. Now the Bears are running for it. A beautiful ball to Vivian Jones. In space, Jones attacking, lays the ball across. Just no support there.
Yeah, I would have really liked to see Vivian just, you know, take one extra touch there, slow it down a little, let Scarlett and Zuger get in the box, and then play that. That ball was in the perfect spot. That's where you want it on the PK spot, but just not anybody there to clean it up. Yeah,
if, like you said, just let the play develop a little bit longer. And I mean, that might also just be she's not used to playing with this line.
Yeah.
And now see Jones back again. Let's see if she learns from the last time.
Oh, yeah. Just play Emma right in there. You know, give yourself a better angle there.
And Olsen battling. And that will be a corner kick here for Lenoir-Rhyne. Looks like Figueredo will be the one to take it. Let's see where they kind of look to attack here. You see a lot of Bears stacked up at the 18. I'm looking for something more near post. Maybe Zuger kind of backheeling one in as it's played in. Whipping.
I think we'll get that one again. Zuger's doing a great job, you know, getting in front of the goalkeeper and just kind of getting in her sight path. Yeah,
her bubble really blocking off the vision. And as a keeper, some like to get aggressive, maybe push the player out of the way. But Zuger's standing tall in there right in front of Swaim, giving her a lot of room for error. Ball played across.
Ball. That's a great ball. Looks like Maddie Kyle might. Never mind. Thought she was going to get a touch on that.
And that's heads-up play. Smart decision there by Alexandria Brown to just get rid of that ball. Nothing good was going to come from it if she had just let that one go. So a Coker Cobras throw in. Ball is played in, looking to be settled. Now let's see how the Cobras are looking to attack.
Heavy touch.
Nice step forward by Biddle. She's got space if she wants it. Kelly's making her run. Biddle looking to play a ball in. Lays it back across.
Oh.
Kelly's there on her foot.
Oh, unlucky for Scarlett Kelly.
It's very unlucky there. Looking to kind of turn and find either foot really there for Kelly.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, the Bears are starting to play at a really high pace, and I think Coker's having a little bit of trouble with that. I think one of their best things to do right now is, slow the game down and play back to your keeper. Let her distribute if you don't have anything going forward, and just see if you can open some different windows up that way.
It's a nice looping ball played towards midfield by Swaim.
Great footwork by Zuger.
Yeah, she's got quick feet.
Mm-hmm.
Wall. Now opening up the middle.
Oh, lots of space for Steph.
Lays it out wide. Olsen looking to attack.
Out of bounds.
Still battling there on that far sideline.
And even there, Coker's really trying to force that 1-2 pass. Take it, go the opposite way. Everybody is on that right side of the field. So can you take it, find the switch, and just play it into that space?
Yeah, that's the key here. If Coker can kind of put together a chain of passes and kind of get some momentum here, they might be able to catch Lenoir-Rhyne a little off guard. But they got to change up their game plan. They're trying to play the possession game and kind of advance the ball, but it's a little too passive for Malik. I would love to see Coker kind of insert that high press and really put some pressure here on Lenoir-Rhyne in order to maybe catch them off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you said it perfectly. They got to string these together. They got to get something moving, have their players move off of our defenders, and just look to move that ball a little bit faster.
So Biddle there in the middle.
Lots of space to turn there. Just don't think anybody let her know.
Good clearance by Sarah. And Jones, maybe would love to see her put some pressure on that, but she's holding her line. So we're approaching almost 20 minutes left here in this first half. The Cobras are threatening. Ball laid out wide. Will it be played across? It will.
That's a beautiful ball. Just no one on that backside to clean it up there.
Yeah, it was a pretty service. So we're going to have some subs check in the game. That looks like to be Kara Gavigan for the Bears. Coming in for Vivian Jones. As well as Salma Ramirez-Sanchez checking in the game. I believe she was going to come in for Zuger.
Oh, it looks like Zuger's just
sliding
sliding to the opposite side.
For Biddle. And
I'm curious to see if putting Zuger on this opposite side is going to open up some more space for her. She's been played pretty tight so far this game, but I think this will give her some more space to just let those legs go.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it, speaking into existence right now, I believe is Figueredo looking to make something happen here on the counterattack, that Kara Gavigan and Ali Zuger are the fastest two wings in the conference.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question about it. No questions at all. Just
blazing speed for days. And, I mean, in two separate, completely different ways, Gavigan just, is able to play one touch outside,
right,
get to it immediately with those long strides. And Zuger just dynamic in space. So the Bears are looking to get something rolling. Kelly, check back under. That's a great switch.
Fantastic ball. And see, that's the space I was talking about with Zuger. She just has all that room to go. Throw in a little move. She can shake that defender, and that's a goal.
Laid it back to Zuger. Zuger looking to play something across 1v1.
Oh,
great
beautiful
turns. Just playing with her food right now. Zuger lays a back ball across near post.
Just can't get her hips around that one. But she's just making that girl dance.
Yeah, that's Ali Zuger here with Dance 101. You could take it here at Lenoir-Rhyne. Dance instructor out there. I mean, like I said, just dynamic in space. It's very hard to cover a Zuger. So once again, if you're just tuning in here, you're watching Lenoir-Rhyne Women's Soccer here on Bear Sports Network, presented by NBA Roofing. Lenoir-Rhyne is up 1-0 here with the Coker Cobras with 18 minutes left here in the first half. Lone goal on the match here from Scarlett Kelly, an early winner, able to put in a ball off a delivery from Steph Figueredo. So, Danny, how would you say Lenoir-Rhyne is playing since they scored that one, that early first goal? You know, sometimes that teams get complacent after they score early.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least for a small stretch after we first scored, I think they took their foot off the gas just a little, and they've seemed to step it up a little bit here in the past few minutes. And I think these changes on the field, putting Zuger on the opposite side and having Kara come in to the game, it's gonna open up a few more things for Lenoir-Rhyne and allow them to just keep that pressure going and attack from the outside, which is what they love to do.
Yeah, that outside is so viable here for this Bears team. I mean, it's very tough, and Tusculum was the first team all season that I've seen really pinch the outsides. And Zuger, 1v1, she might still get to this ball.
Oh, absolutely.
Zuger makes the defender fall, and I think it will be a throw in there on that far corner.
Becker was asking for a foul there, but Zuger did a great job just shielding her away from the ball. And
or excuse me, are they going to call?
Oh, maybe they are calling it a foul.
I believe they are. It's going to be going to the Cobras. So Swaim to take this free kick. If I'm her, I'm looking at
Kendall Price over there on the left side.
Yeah, number 20,
Kennedy Price.
She is by her lonesome there on the other side. Zuger, tight there on the far sideline. Kelly, check back in.
I think that's a smart move there to just, play it back out of pressure and switch the point of attack here. Got numbers on the opposite side.
You see Cameron, taking a couple touches herself, trying to stay warm in this one. Hasn't seen much action so far in this match.
Oh, great ball. Unfortunately, no one on the opposite side of that one.
Beautiful ball there for Sydney Wall. And they're battling. They're in the midfield. They have an opportunity to switch here if the Cobras want it.
They're outside mid. She's got to check back just a little bit.
Still working it around. Cobras looking to get some kind of equalizer here in this match. Good pressure. McFarland going on a run of herself. Trying to win the strong challenge. Cannot. And that one will trickle out of bounds for, I believe, a goal kick. So one of Cameron's few touches here in this match. But they can always count on number one to come up huge when it matters. Nice ball. Kelly trying to settle here for LR. A great pass there by Kelly.
Send that right through. Yes, that's a fantastic ball.
And
even though she's not getting to that, she's going to apply such great pressure just because of her speed.
That was a pretty ball there by Selma. And that might have even slowed down even just a tad bit with the turf. And that skip pass through. You see Figueredo
hit that left
onto a left foot.
And that's a
textbook save there from Swaim. Showing you why she's leading the conference in saves.
I know. Looks like she's going to play this one back to Cameron. Yeah. Slow it down. Allow your players to get into place here. Given lots of time and space.
Up ahead to Olsen. Flicks it on. playing it outside, I believe, to Price. The Cobras are just being pinched.
Yeah, our center defenders are really doing a good job of packing that middle area and not allowing any passes to squeak through there.
Nice ball across.
This is what I want to see. I want to see Maddie Kyle just take that and overlap Gavigan and go.
Yeah, she's got speed herself. She's really just impressed. The captain, Maddie Kyle, a senior here for Lenoir-Rhyne, taking over that Christina Shimshock role from last year as an outside back.
Ooh.
And a ball here to Kelly, 1v1 with Swaim, and just a tad out of Kelly's reach.
And that's a turf coming into play. It's going to skip across, and I just don't think Scarlett, she was ready for it to roll that fast.
That would have been the one. I mean, that's every forward's dream, 1v1 with the keeper.
100%.
They'll take that every day of the week.
It's a good ball in. Oh,
and
there we go.
Some chain of passing there from the Cobras.
I think that's great momentum for Coker. Just being able to find those slots to pass through and squeak them through. That's what is going to help them, taking advantage of those opportunities.
So we're under 12 minutes left to play here in this first half. We'll have a substitution here for the Coker Cobras. Looks like number 20, Kennedy Price, will be checking off. And it looks like number 7, Mackenzie Hochreiter for the Cobras. And then for Lenoir-Rhyne, I want to believe that is Katie Perry.
Yeah, coming in for Scarlett Kelly up top.
Let's see what Katie Perry can do here for the Bears. It looks like her first action.
I'm interested by this switch up top between Katie and Scarlett. I'm wondering if Coach Higgins is looking for some speed to put up top, just because that ball is going to fly through a little bit faster.
Nice chain of passes and a great move. Great move by Zuger.
She's got Perry with her.
Zuger cuts in.
Go yourself.
Curls it back with the right. And an excellent save there by Swaim.
That was an incredible save and an even better attack by Zuger. Even just being able to draw that corner right here just puts the Bears in another place to attack.
So Zuger going to be tight with Swaim once again. Figueredo here on the corner kick. We're going to play a ball in. And I would love to see them kind of pack closer to the 6. So they're all looking to kind of make a run from the 18. You see some more Bears get closer to the 6-yard line. And I think Swaim might be bleeding there, and referee stopped play to make sure she's all right. Look, probably just a turf burn from that layout save.
Don't screw up the clock and you get pizza. Don't screw up the clock and you get pizza.
So we're awaiting the referee's whistle so we can begin things as they look to check out Sarah Swaim. I believe that is... The staff is just itching at the bit to play this ball in. Once again, shout out to all the athletic trainers out there, at the forefront of everything happening with the COVID protocols. Athletic trainers, you rock. You're all rock stars. And Figueredo, a nice ball in. It's whipping. Cleared away. She's got another opportunity.
Another great ball to the back.
Gavigan, a flick on, and that will...
Just needed someone to run onto that, just apply some pressure. Might have just taken Swaim off her game a little. Poke one in.
I'll rest at Swaim's feet. As Swaim has really stepped up the challenge here. You let one in very early, 1-0, and she's come up with a couple of saves that have, stopped the next couple of goals here for Lenoir-Rhyne.
Absolutely. She's definitely put a plug in our offense.
As we're under 10 minutes left here in this first half, still a 1-0 match. Lenoir-Rhyne is up over the Coca Cobras. And this is only game one here of our doubleheader here today. The men's sides will play here at 2:30. Make sure you stay tuned. Olsen.
I'm just always so impressed by the footwork of the Bears. You know, anyone with the ball at their foot, they can just make a move and they're gone.
And that's a gorgeous ball there by Zuger.
She's got Gavigan coming back post, too. Oh.
And just a second indecision there by Perry. Maybe wanted to take one more touch before delivering a ball across. But that will be another corner kick here for Lenoir-Rhyne.
I think that's that speed I was talking about, Audie, you know, just being able to push that ball into the space and let Perry run onto it. I think it's going to open up a couple things up for the Bears here.
And that'll be Figueredo to play it in. And you see Gavigan might get ahead on this. Packed at the 6. And a header by Sydney Wall. Get your head in the game, Sydney Wall. 2-0 Lenoir-Rhyne.
That was gorgeous.
That
Absolutely
was
gorgeous.
Pretty, just spectacular play. She knew it was in the whole way, and I mean, what a way to get your first goal back, Sydney Wall. Just so pretty as you see that replay there, south side. Power and Fitness replay. So Lenoir-Rhyne up 2-0 here over the Coca Cobras. Under 8 minutes left to play in the first half.
That was an Abby Wambach goal, you know.
Just dominating there. And you'd love to see those defenders. You'd love to see those defenders, you know, check back in on corners. And it just seems they're always at the right place at the right time. And that ball kind of overshot some of the Lenoir-Rhyne's players, and Sydney Wall was there.
Yeah, no, like I was saying, that's an Abby Wambach goal. If you've watched any U.S. women's national team games, she was just always fed back post and got up for the header, and it was gorgeous. Oh, another save.
Hope solo ass there from Sarah Swain.
Right.
Able to come off her line and get that one. So, we'll do this again. Swain, we're going to send this ball away. And Melina Sarah trying to play a ball to Zuger. Can't handle that pass. And so far, I mean, a variety of different goals. And that's what you got to love about the game of soccer. There's just so many different ways you can score a goal, and it just feels so good.
Mm-hmm. There's no one way to do it. You know, it's whatever presents itself, and the Bears are taking advantage here.
So a goal kick will be there for Cameron.
Looks like she's pushing everybody up and out.
So nice looping ball. Olsen a flick on. Perry might have some time and space.
She had that space to turn center at first, but looks like Steph is making that push.
Good passing there from the Bears. A chain connection. And Perry just needs to make a quick decision, get to where she wants to go. She's a little slow on that first move.
Yeah, you know, I would have liked to see her turn inside a little bit. There wasn't really anything on the sideline that presented it, but she's got it through now.
Back outside to Olsen. A nice feint by Olsen. Good. Trying to work this round.
Get up. Yeah.
Salma able to stay on her feet, get off
That's
the
turf. That's a great ball. You know, just a little bit out of pressure, not all the way back.
Steph working here in the midfield, trying to open things up.
They just pulled Coker out of their defensive spots.
Zuger plays a ball across, and that one will hurt. So that goes off a Coker defender.
Oof.
Zuger curling. And just across the face of goal.
Our guy Eddie getting those balls for the goalkeepers.
Doing a great job. Eddie Nickerson. Shout out to him once again. Nice, strong header there by Karagavian. So we're under 5 minutes, approaching 4 minutes left to play in this first half. Lenoir-Rhyne up 2-0 here over the Coca Cobras. Now, Danny, if you're Coker, what kind of statement do you want to make to end the first half on a good note?
I mean, it comes down to they need a goal here. You know, going into half 2-0 to this Lenoir-Rhyne Bears team, you really need a goal. You got to put one in the back of the net, and I think that's the momentum they need going into halftime.
That's a pretty ball. Now Figueredo, a laser once again, just right at Swaim, though. She seems to just be in the right spots and the right opportunities.
Absolutely. What I'd really like to see, you know, is can Coker get that ball up and out just a little bit faster? You know, she's taking her time, allowing her team to get set, but it's also allowing LR to get in their spots. And I think a quick distribution here would just give them a little bit of a counter.
And that's a great point. I mean, we've seen teams, the way they can beat Lenoir-Rhyne is if, you know, they're packing it back, keeping it tight, and getting it out away from those outside wings, and then as well as the counterattack. And so far we have just not seen that today from the Cobras.
Yeah, and I think it also comes down to, you know, they're struggling to keep the possession, but I think there's ways that when playing out of the back, they can definitely catch the Bears, even just for a moment, and kind of push up the field.
And you see battling there is, I believe that was Bizzoni.
I think it's Sorrell. I couldn't see 24, 26.
Bizzoni, a tall player for herself. I mean, 5'11", playing in that midfield role, number 24 for the Cobras. That's got to be a benefit in terms of balls in the air and, you know, services inside the box.
Absolutely, gives you just a little bit of a heads up over everybody. And
nice clearance there by Sarah.
She's been really strong in the back for the Bears this year as well. Just nothing really gets by her. Yeah,
she's played really well this season, stepping into that center back role, really owned up to it, and has made mistakes, but who doesn't? And she's learned from them, and she's really capitalized on her playing time.
Definitely.
So Bears.
If you're the Bears here, you really just want to get the ball, you want to get it in your attacking third, and you want to possess. You know, we have just over or under a minute and a half left. You know, can you keep possession and keep your foot on the gas? Don't let up here and give up a cheap one before halftime.
That's the key. And, you know, Coach Higgins is going to love what his team's doing right now, but he wants him probably to turn it into another gear for the second half. Cobras doing a good job keeping possession here and laying the ball across. Smart by Zuger just to clear it.
If I'm Steph, I'm finding Gavigan on the outside and just letting her go down to the corner here.
Ooh, Kyle battling. Oh, they got to play it out wide. She wanted it, but good back check.
Let Maddie Kyle go. You know, this is what I've wanted all game. I just want her to go. I want her to get that ball in across.
Now, Kara taking her time. Going to probably look to go back outside. And great shielding.
She's going to dump it here to Kyle. Just a little too short.
And that will go out of bounds there for a Cobra's throw-in. As we're getting close to the end. 10 seconds remaining here in this first half. The Cobras are just going to throw this one in. And let the clock run out. And that is the half, folks. At halftime, your score is Lenoir-Rhyne 2, the Coca Cobras 0. And we'll be back here on Bear Sports Network with first half analysis and second half action here in a little bit. So we are back here on Bear Sports Network. Once again, thanks for tuning in to this match. You're watching Lenoir-Rhyne women's soccer here against the Coker Cobras. Lenoir-Rhyne up 2-0 in this one. Danny, what a great first half.
Absolutely, 2 great goals by the Bears. Really being able to control the field and play their style of soccer, which has been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and you see Steph, 2 assists here on the match. Beautiful service in. Kelly able to pick up the first one, and then Sydney Wall with just the heads-up header there, attacking, going away from goal and able to play it back on frame and just finding the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a great ball to that back post off the corner, and she was just in the right spot at the right time.
So, what do the Coker Cobras need to do here in the second half to kind of change momentum?
I think playing out of the back just a little bit quicker, looking to counter before the Bears are set on their defensive end, and then just threading the needle on those passes. Play the ball through and see if you can get some runs going in, and then just pack in the box. Get numbers up. Can you get a cross? Can you get one in? We'll have a little bit different of an angle here. We'll have the Bears defensive end closest to us. And it's great.
So you hear a word there from Coach Gary Higgins.
Very concerned. He wants to make sure you guys are getting a good view.
Get you a nice snack, a decent beverage, and watch the Bears try to close this one out here, and then maybe perhaps the Coker Cobras trying to get back into this match as we're about to begin things here in the second half. Looks like the same 11 here for both sides, except for a couple here for the Bears. It looks like Casey Lovett has checked in, as well as Jessica Carmichael.
If you're the Bears, Audie, what are you looking to do right off the bat?
Honestly, just play possession. You're up 2-0. You don't have to force anything. Goals, and offense will come with this team. They're so prolific on the scoring end. I'm looking for a Lenoir-Rhyne to kind of just play back and forth, and then when they see an opening, take advantage.
Yeah, they definitely don't have to force anything heading into this second half. Not necessarily. That doesn't necessarily mean take your foot off the gas, but like you said, just kind of possess and keep control.
So, be Coker's possession here to start the second half, and we're off. See Carmichael. Looks like she's playing in an outside back role here today. Usually a winger here for the Bears, but with Zuger and Kara Gavigan on the pitch, they're gonna stick with those. Oh my goodness,
that's just incredible to go around the defender on the inside of the field and
ball laid across. Oh, that was a pretty ball there by Kara. You can't teach that.
No.
That's just natural God-given talent.
Yeah, she's just so athletic. It's crazy.
And and I've said this before. The fact that she just wanted to walk onto the track team just because she could,
right?
And
she could compete at it,
and to be competitive and good. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Nice pass laid off, as you see. I believe that's still Katy Perry checking back in. Good switch there by McFarland. Love it with space.
Love to see her just kind of take that space. Oh, good ball again. A little too powerful for Zuger, though. She honestly probably could have just taken the space up the middle herself.
Yeah, I'd love to see Lovett look to attack and join the fray offensively. Zuger going off her feet there to stay with that ball. As that one will go out of bounds there for a Bears throw-in. Perry, some space, trying to play it through to Zuger. So just, like you said before the beginning of this one, Danny, the Cobras are really trying to pack that back line tight. They don't want to concede any more goals in this one.
Yeah, it's definitely a smart move on their half. Just apply some pressure. Don't let the Bears get their little ticky-tacky passes. Make them have to switch it and just step into those passing lanes.
Just like that, which the Cobras just did. And
this is where the Cobras need to just be a little bit cleaner. As soon as that ball turns over and they gain possession, can they step in and
errant pass there by
like
Carmichael.
Just like that, can they step in and quickly transition onto offense and find the right spots and be able to connect on those passes before the Bears are set?
And that was a great job by Sydney Wall to kind of shield the Cobra forward there from getting back to that ball.
Oh, great touch.
Opportunity, I don't know. Close. So that one goes right into the mud puddle, and will be a goal kick here for Lenoir-Rhyne. That was Alexandra Brown chasing down that ball there for the Cobras. Steph getting ridden on right there in the back, shoving the back, and the foul will be called the other way. Going towards Lenoir-Rhyne. Looping ball will make its way to Maddie Kyle. Kyle with space. She could look to shoot here.
Oh.
And she's fouled, but no.
Oh, they're giving that a play on.
A play on there from the ref.
Oh. And see, that's what I love about Maddie Kyle in that defensive back position, but she is just so willing to just put on the Jets and attack herself, and that's what makes a good player, being able to play your position, but also, go up and attack and just apply some pressure in a different way.
Yeah, and that's what I can't stress enough. These outside backs for Lenoir-Rhyne, they're built different. I mean, to have an outside back that's willing to go join the fray offensively as well as push the tempo. So you see a dangerous ball looping there. A heavy touch. Grace Cameron come off her line, and she'll do just that and save it for Lenoir-Rhyne. As both players collide. Let's hope Cameron's all right as Brown's able to come up unharmed. Cameron probably just got caught there in the midsection with a loose
Might have gotten
foot.
Wind knocked out of her a little bit. Alexandra Brown popped right back up after that one.
But great job there by Cameron. I mean, 1v1 with a forward coming off your line, you have to make a quick decision. You either stay back or go forward, and able to capitalize there.
Yeah, I think she did a fantastic job, just cutting off the angle of the attacker. And I mean, as a goalkeeper, you're always sacrificing your body, and she just did a wonderful job at that.
So you see, once again, shout out to our athletic trainers all across the way, all across the country, working on Cameron there, trying to stretch some things out. Let's hope Cameron's all right. I mean, you have Lexi Werf back there in goal as the backup in case he's getting loose there on the sideline. Now, what do you think is going on in the huddle there for Lenoir-Rhyne, Danny?
I mean, I'm sure they're just kind of trying to get all on the same page. This is kind of what we need to do. We need to possess. We need to keep the ball in our attacking third, but keep possession, and you don't have to force anything here, So I would just be getting on the same page, making sure everyone knows kind of what the expectation is for the next 40 minutes.
Ball put in play. Cameron seems to be all right. Across the midfield, and Gavigan looking to run here for the Bears. Kara, a hesitation. Lays it across, just too much on that one. She wanted to go near post. So Lenoir-Rhyne with the opportunity to kind of put a press here, force an early turnover there for the Cobras. So Lenoir-Rhyne looking to threaten once again here on the attacking third. See the Cobras now an opportunity to run. It's a good turn middle and great pressure there by Salma. That one played back to Swain. She had to kind of turn her hips around. Lay the ball down the line. Zuger putting pressure there on Brown. As we've seen, the Cobras have done a better job of kind of settling possession here in the second half.
Yeah, they seem to pick up their energy a little bit here, and they're looking to push forward and attack a little bit more than they were. Great turn.
Open in the middle. Brown looking to make her run as that's
great pressure from Steph. Just not allowing that attack.
That's Bizzoni there for the Cobras.
I think the key for the Cobras here, if you get it in the attacking third, you just don't force it. Allow the defense to shift and then find your spots from there.
That will be just a goal kick there for Lenoir-Rhyne. Love it with some space. And now we see that full press there from the Cobras. So they're looking to be more.
Beautiful.
Oh, lovely ball there by Figueredo. Zuger's now running.
Just off touch there.
Well, I'd love to see her keep going there. She's got some great services into the box, but elected to play it early, maybe a give and go between
Kyle's just going to let this one roll out.
Perry and Zuger.
Love it. Wow, that's great talk from Grayson Cameron, just commanding her defensive line on what's open and really being a director back there. Jesus.
Just easy, effortless there by Kara. And to Katy Perry. And that's another thing that I guess people kind of overlook about keepers as well. They are the vocal leader of this team.
Absolutely.
Of the team.
They have the best vision of the field. At this angle that we're at, we kind of get that vision of what Cameron is seeing. And she does a fantastic job being that vocal leader and really demanding and commanding a lot from her team.
Yeah, it's really rare that you see a quiet goalkeeper. You've got to be vocal if you're going to sit down there between the posts. And we'd love to see Lovett kind of push there. She's got space. Can maybe draw another defender towards her.
Absolutely. Maybe free one of our center midfielders up and then just kind of counter in a different way instead of up the sideline.
And some pressure, and throwing will be awarded to the Cobras. They're looking to kind of threaten here. Wall.
That's a great box out.
Great shielding. Really owning up to that last name, Sydney Wall. Just being excellent there in her marking. Again, if you're just tuning in, and Lenoir-Rhyne is up 2-0 here on Bear Sports Network. presented by NBA Roofing. They're up over the Coker Cobras. Cobras have turned it into another gear here in the second half. They've really done a good job of getting a high press on Lenoir-Rhyne, not letting them sit with the ball and make easy decisions, as well as their energy is up.
Absolutely, and I'm looking to make an attack here, but I feel like they're playing over to the side just a little. Whichever side the ball is on, that's where you're seeing most of these blue jerseys. I'd love to see them just spread out, have their forward. Looks like it's Chloe Green. Just kind of sit back on wall just a little bit more instead of drifting over to the side and really work with her back to the goal.
An opportunity here for the Cobras. Good challenge there by Casey Lovett.
Oh yeah, and Coker's really putting the pressure on now. It's making LR uncomfortable, and this is where the Bears really got to just slow the game down for themselves and compose and do what they're good at.
So it looks like Vivian Jones will check in there for Kennedy Perry. And this is an interesting decision. You're going to move Jones there on the wing and put Zuger up top. So let's see how that kind of opens up this match.
I think at this point in the game, putting Zuger up top, one, obviously her speed, and two, her footwork is unmatched. So being able to give her the ball and handle it up top is just going to open up some more options, maybe allow LR to slot another one in and give them that nice, comfortable 3-0 lead.
Staff for a long throw in. Played back out of bounds. And that'll be a throw in here on the far sideline. Jones trying to work. Just a little too much on that one. Now the Cobras are looking to run, but Maddie Kyle stopping it in its tracks.
Always there to clean it up.
Good working there by Jones. She needs some help. Cobras finally settle. And that one will go out of bounds. That'll be a throw in Lenoir-Rhyne. So far in this one, it was all Lenoir-Rhyne that first half, but the Cobras have, like I said, turned it into another gear here in the second half, and they've not made things easy for Lenoir-Rhyne.
Yeah. Bears need to get the ball out of that pressure, switch the field. That's perfect touch by McFarland.
Oh, and she had space. You see Kara checking back in to win it back here for the Bears.
And that's what you need. Maybe a little bit cleaner of a pass, but get that ball out of the pressure, play it back to your keeper, and then reset yourselves. But it's got to be clean.
That ball is kept alive, and really don't know what McFarland was looking at there. Maybe thought Cameron might step up.
I'm not sure. It just looks like it took an awkward touch off of her foot.
And that will be a corner kick here for the Cobras, their first one in the match.
With the pressure the Cobras are given, like I said, Lenoir-Rhyne's really uncomfortable with that pressure, and this could be a really good opportunity for Coker to take advantage of that.
Gabby Sterler to play it in. Sterler plays one across. It's dangerous.
Good ball.
And Bazzoni. And that's what we talked about earlier. Having someone who's standing at 5'11" off services like that is got to be your target every time.
Yeah, she's just heads above the Lenoir-Rhyne defenders, and that was a great look by Coker, and they're really turning it on here, and I think one might be coming their way.
Just hitting the top of the crossbar there, Bazzoni trying to put it into the back of the net with her head.
You see Cameron pushing everybody up the field. We got to get the ball up and out of our defensive third.
That one will go out of bounds, and Coker, another opportunity to attack. Bazzoni, good footwork, but being taken off her feet there by Figueredo on the challenge. Bozzoni wins it. And I believe a handball will be called against the Cobras. Lenoir-Rhyne looking to push and run. Good switch across. And if I'm Kara, I'm timing my run here. Love it. I'm not sure if she meant to do a dummy move there, but Maddie Kyle is always there to clean things up there for Lenoir-Rhyne. Ball's thrown across and love it. Able to head that one away. Good clearance. Jones, McFarland looking to open up a nice ball. And I get it. There's definitely a foul there, but looked like Lenoir-Rhyne was about to push.
Yeah, he could have allowed a play on there since we still maintained possession, but...
And it's a tough job, especially being the head ref there in the middle. It's tough to know when to decide to let it go or bring it back. But
and honestly, this might be what the Bears need. You know, we do well off of set pieces, and we won that 50-50 ball, so it might have worked out in our favor at the end of the day.
So the Cobras still looking for that one to kind of open this game wide open and get on the board here today. So it's still 2-0. Lenoir-Rhyne is up. Carmichael. Clear that one away. Strong header there by Salma. Zuger looking to play it back to somebody.
What a great turn.
Plays it up and
that's why having Zuger up there, like it just gives her a little bit more movement, doesn't restrict her to that sideline, and allows her play from sideline to sideline, and just give the Bears a little bit more of an oomph push.
Yeah,
as we head into the late in the half.
Yeah, and I love it too because it gives Zuger more space to work, and she's so dynamic in space. If she's able to beat one center back, she's going to have a good look from up top there.
Absolutely, and with the ball at her foot, she's capable of literally anything, so she can have her back to the goal and just kind of give a little bit of a shake and get her hips around it. Could be dangerous.
And it's a different style offense than last year. Last year, you had Axa Mustak, who literally kept the ball. Looked like she had glue at her feet with the ball. Just unbelievable play. And, Van Eerden able to hold possession as a forward and just find the back of the net at will. And then McGarrell just backtracking everywhere for this team. But this offense is a little different in the sense that it's working through almost every player on the pitch. And it can come from anyone. Yeah.
And I think it just brings a different level. If you have multiple people that can score, multiple people that can handle the ball and push forward or just get back and play defense, you'll find yourself in a really good position come late in the season.
Zuger needs some help. Trying to play it out wide. Cobras are threatening. Ball played across. That's a great through ball. And that would be a goal kick as Kyle cut off the angle.
Hawkrider, she had no space coming forward. I would have liked to see her try and take that touch back out wide, but she also didn't have anyone supporting her as well.
Yeah, it's tough. Kyle just shut down all angles there for a service back in across. And Kara stepping into the passing lane might just been too heavy a touch even for Kara Gavigan to get.
Then she still keeps it in bounds. Of course, I say that, and it rolls out of bounds.
So we're halfway into the second half. Lenoir-Rhyne still up 2-0 here over the Cobras. Dangerous ball across the middle. Jones can step into it. Vivian with some space, turning. Lays it off for Kara.
She might just try and draw a corner here.
She does just that. The corner kick for the Bears. So, once again, Steph Figueredo to lay the service in. 2 assists already on this match. I'm wanting a run towards the penalty marker. I want some people packing on that 6 really tight there, making it hard for the keeper to see. As Figueredo plays one across and just up and over.
Yeah, that one didn't even come in. And Coker's doing a really good job of packing the box on these corners. And they're not giving Lenoir-Rhyne any more free looks.
Out wide, and Lenoir-Rhyne with a chance to try it. They put another one up on the board. Kelly, who's checked back in, a nice ball back around.
Ball's got to get there.
All right, wide to Carmichael, and just can't handle that touch.
Green really applied some great pressure there, just flying in behind wall, which forced the throw in for the Cobras.
Spazzoni now with the ball here for the Cobras. They got to work quicker.
That's not the touch you want.
And if Jones is a little bit higher there on the press, she's there to step in and take that ball. See Kyle coming way past midfield.
The Cobras are doing a much better job of playing that fast, aggressive type of soccer we were talking about before the half started. You know, they're really starting to move that ball and find those lanes and keep possession, which is working in their favor.
Ball laid back across. Cobras looking to send a through ball over. Kelly able to win it here for LR. Ball played across, up in the air.
Idea.
See a foul called against Lenoir-Rhyne. And that's been a rare sight here today. Both sides the refs have really let both sides play.
Yeah. But there also hasn't been, like, too much aggression from either side, which has also been good to see. You know, just a nice friendly match, but competitive as well.
Yeah, it's a completely different turn of event than, you know, the Tusculum game or a game against Wingate here for this Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, where there's just seemed like a foul and whistle almost every other minute.
Absolutely.
Ball played through, and that's going to go right to Cameron. She's going to take her time on picking this up until someone comes for her. And that's just keeping, you know, the other team honest as well as taking some time off the clock.
Yeah, the Bears, they're in no rush right now. You know, just take your time, get the ball up the field, possess. You're going to be in a good spot.
Biddle, a header across.
Oh,
Jones.
It's great pressure from Jones.
Still battling. Think she'll be able to get onto this ball. And a goal kick.
She had Kyle right behind her. If she kind of was able to slow that ball down, just kind of spin it back, might have given the Bears a better look.
See a substitution check in here for the Cobras. Look like number 6, Lilia Rodriguez, has re-entered the game. Nice header there from Steph. Kelly in space. Biddle is there. settles the ball. Zuger lays a ball in and
Ooh.
hitting the side netting. Close one there for Ali Zuger.
And that's the danger of having her up top.
Yeah, she's yet to score this season, but, I mean, she's had 3 assists, leading the conference in assists. So, I mean, she's been an excellent, serviceman, so to say, a marksman from the passing aspect.
That's a smart move. Kind of slow it down a little.
And you can play it back up to Jones if you want to.
I think she should just take this one herself. Oh,
Lays it off to Jones. A ball across the 6 low.
that was a great take by Kyle. She had the opportunity, like you said, to slot it to Jones early or take it herself. And I think just those 2 or 3 extra touches attacking the goal, made that defender commit. And then she was able to slot it off to Vivian.
You see a new sub in the game there. Looks like number 27, Gia Damianakos. For the Bears, checking in for Sydney Wall. Good to see Gia checking in the game. So that ball they're working there on the offensive end. Kelly here into the box. Out wide to Zuger, turning. Another chain of passes. Zuger, a foot. Needs someone there on the ricochet. Kyle, going to try her luck.
Ooh.
Zuger once again ricocheting the ball.
Ali Zuger, she wants one so bad right now. She is all over that 18-yard box.
So a corner kick here for the Bears as they're still threatening, knocking on that door, trying to get goal number 3. Steph plays it in, running there at the 12, the penalty marker, and Jones just a straight header trying to flick it back on. Cross face of goal, goes out of bounds. So 17 minutes left to play in this match. It's a 2-0 game. Lenoir-Rhyne is up over the Coker Cobras. Still a lot of time left here for the Cobras to get something on the board. Again, we would like to thank you for staying tuned with us here today. Zuger, just the hesitation move. And her start and go is very impressive as well.
Yeah, it's just stop on a dime and then go. It's the change of speed and direction that, like you said earlier, you can't teach that. Just pure athleticism.
It's just super great to see. I mean, how do you guard that? I mean, you can only
only do so much.
You can only do so much, and even the best defenders, when you're playing that tight, she can just find another gear and turn up the speed.
Always something. She's like a magician, So always pulling something else out of her hat.
See Biddle. Now they're going to look to play something back in. Kelly, the touch. And I think we're going to get a foul going against Lenoir-Rhyne. Right at the 18. Swain puts one up ahead. And Kyle, just an excellent clearance away.
Good pressure there from Jones.
Salma able to clear that one away as well. So, and this one, in a game in which you don't have the usual starting 11 for Lenoir-Rhyne, they have all played their roles here today. Players who have been able to check in and really stepped up.
Absolutely, and that just comes back to the depth of our bench, and how you can literally call on anybody at any time, and they're going to step up big time.
And Lovett able to clear that one away, but concedes the corner. So an opportunity here for the Coker Cobras. That will be number 4, Gabby Sterla, to play this one in. Sterla plays one across. It's dangerous here at the 6. Jones just looking to send it away. Love it. Back taps that one out, and it'll be another corner there from the other side. Sterla to retake this one here for the Cobras. And they're crowded, packed tightly at the 18. They're going to make a run. It's bouncing around, and Figueredo with a commanding header. Heavy touch, ball bouncing around. Biddle. You got Jones to the outside to run.
Oh, yeah. She's got lots of time and space here, just that one pressure behind.
That's a heads-up play from the sophomore to kind of slow it down. So you hear Cameron saying, quick, 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 as Zuger is itching at the bit to make a run.
And you have Coker in that high press, so being able to get the ball out and get it up the field is going to lead to something good.
Great pressure there by Gia of the Bears. And Cameron will get another touch here for Lenoir-Rhyne. And Zuger and Kelly by their lonesome in some space here. Kelly. Oh, my goodness.
Great touch.
Hesitation. Kelly plays it back across. Just on the top of the netting.
But that was great vision by Scarlett just to see, she has the space. She can slow it down, really set herself up, bait that defender in. And as soon as they step, you go by them, and then you're getting that cross in.
Yeah, and that's an excellent feint move. I mean, just casually dribbling the ball up, waiting for the defender to come, maybe a little head fake, get them to bite, and then just beating them to the outside.
Yeah, fortunately just couldn't get her hips around that one, but again, just another beautiful look by the Bears.
Biddle wins that one for LR. Lays it off to Kelly. Kelly here,
down.
Back on her right foot. Would have loved to see her keep it left side.
You and me both, Audie. Here for the counter.
And that's always one that's just tough. I mean, Kelly probably right-footed, want to get back on that right foot, but I mean...
When the defender's pushing you that way and you have a clean look, you just got to keep it there and be confident in that.
Yeah. Not necessarily a one-timer, but she had kept out her left foot and just got her hips over the ball.
Yeah, she definitely had the time and space to set it up cleanly on her left foot.
Ball played across. Cameron, a laying out effort. Will go well over her. And Kyle, excellent job not to concede a corner kick.
And the Bears are really packing in the box and not giving Coker very much room to breathe.
Figueredo has Zuger. Zuger, 1v1. Nice touch outside. She's going to get to it, and it's not enough room there. As you saw the double come immediately. And that's one of the things I like about Grayson Cameron. She never plays she never quickens her pace. She never plays out of control.
Right. She's playing her own game at her own pace, and that's fantastic composure, especially as a goalkeeper. You definitely need that.
A lot of contact there near the 18. Referee is going to shake his head no foul.
It's going to be a corner.
Looks like it'll be Sterling once again to take it here for the Cobras. Ball played in, dangerous.
Oh, Scarlett Kelly with a great header out of there.
Trying to put pressure here on the press. Salma trying to win it. She's just going to survey and look for some help. And that's a good job. I mean, to know when to be conservative, and as well as find your open teammates and not force anything.
Absolutely. Great composure on the ball, especially when she was under pressure.
So we're under 10 minutes left to play in this match. Lenoir-Rhyne is still up 2-0 here over the Coker Cobras. Cobras have definitely made this tougher here in the second half. They have a new resensed form of energy here in the second half that has really been the benefit of the Cobras, kind of stifling this Bears offense. So you see some more subs check back in. I think McFarland will re-enter as well as Kara Gavigan. Biddle battling, wins it, and Carmichael is just going to send that one down the line. And Zuger looking to press Swaim. Cut off the angle. Good pressure there from the Lenoir-Rhyne.
You know, we're getting to that point in the game when you're up 2-0, under 10. We really want to just possess the ball, and not give anything easy up.
Steph in some space. Smart decision, kind of play it back to Kyle and see what she wants to do.
Maddie Kyle, she wants to go forward. I love to see that.
Kyle across the way. Gavigan takes a touch inside. Battling across the line, lays it off.
Oof.
And Jones in the area, just not able to get there. I would love to see her stick out a limb and redirect that ball. Ball in the defensive third here of the Cobras, which is a dangerous spot, especially when the Lenoir-Rhyne is hungry for another one.
Yeah, and Lenoir-Rhyne's doing a great job of forcing Coker inside in their own defensive third, which is why the Cobras are struggling so hard on getting that ball up and out.
Great job by Gia to keep the space and stay under control and maintain possession. Ball laid down the line, and love it. Just no nonsense. Just going to send it out of bounds. Ball stood up, bouncing around.
Nice clearance.
And Zuger,
off to the races.
Looking to make a run. I think she still might get to this ball. She's able to keep it in bounds and just...
And Audie, that's so hard to cut off your defender from the inside and in front of her. Normally you're going to stop, kind of try and go around, but Ali Zuger is so fast, and she can cut a defender off from any angle.
And if that one play doesn't describe Ali Zuger, then I don't know what does.
Yeah,
just completely sums up her game.
Absolutely.
Perry steps into that, and she's inside the box now.
She could have kept that a little tighter on her foot. She could have had a goal.
Kyle. That one just barely getting over there, out of bounds. So we're approaching 5 minutes left in this match. Lenoir-Rhyne is up 2-0 here with the Coker Cobras. Lovett has the switch if she wants it. And Carmichael really wanted that ball across the way. Ball head up the wing. Cameron coming off her line. Heads up. And that's one of those things, like, I know you don't second guess yourself coming off your line, you know, but with all those lines out there, you really still got to be
make sure you're inside the box. Yeah, absolutely.
Mentally checked in. And you saw her step across the 18 there and then recheck herself back in under the line.
At first, I honestly thought she might just one time clear it, but then she took her step back in. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit here.
Yeah, don't adjust your cameras. It's gotten a lot darker, and the wind is definitely picking up. We'll make it interesting here for game number 2 of our doubleheader. That's great hustle and effort by Danny Nicosia. Saw a pizza box about to enter the fray of the field, the pitch, coming out of the booth here on her debut, taking off the headset, sprinting.
Just glad I didn't fall down the hill. It's a little muddy and slippery, so that could have ended badly.
No regard for her life whatsoever there on this muddy hill.
We're just here to keep the playing field clean, and no pizza boxes were harmed in the making of this.
And Perry trying to lay it off there for Kara. You can see the sheets of mist. A slight rain has entered the pitch and the field of play here. Going to make it a different ball game here for game number 2, as we're under 3 minutes left here in game number 1. Lenoir-Rhyne still up 2-0 here over the Coker Cobras. And look at Gary Higgins showing he's still got it there. The matrix move there on the far sideline, dodging that ball while still looking cool.
Always.
Yeah, add that one to my notes there from Coach Higgins. Back to Lovett. Lovett has space here, and Kyle. Oh, Kyle's got to find Zuger. Just one touch outside, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, gone. It's just not fair.
No.
Zuger plays it back across. And that's the right idea if you have Kara crashing in.
Absolutely. Speed on both sides, can shake a defender on the run or on the cross.
Yeah, don't adjust your brightness. It just got a little brighter out here. Welcome to North Carolina. You never know what kind of weather you're going to get out here.
No, and with these storms rolling through, you don't know what we got coming ahead.
Approaching almost a minute left to play in this match. Lenoir-Rhyne still up 2-0. It's been a tale of two halves, really, in the first half. All Lenoir-Rhyne, and then this one, I would say it's been probably 60-40.
Absolutely. Coker really stepped up and put some pressure on the Bears in the second half, and it made a push of their own, which was nice to see.
So a corner kick once again here for Lenoir-Rhyne as we're under a minute left to play in this match. As I believe that's Figueredo in to play this ball in. Whipping across. Dangerous. Bouncing around. A header. Saved and
that's in.
Put into the back of the net.
Looks like Gia.
Welcome to the party, Gia Damianakos. Getting her first goal of her career there for Lenoir-Rhyne off a trash ricochet, just cleaning up everything. I mean, just way to stay in the play and just make contact with that ball, not knowing where it's going to go or end up, but she found the back of the net. And that will pretty much sum this one up here from the Pepsi Soccer Complex. We got 20 seconds remaining in this one. And Racing Cameron can just take her time on this and let this clock run out. And that is the end of the match, folks. Lenoir-Rhyne comes out on top 3-0 here over the Coker Cobras. And Cameron with the clean sheet as Lenoir-Rhyne comes out, improving to 5-0-1 on the season. Danny, what a match.
Yeah, that was exciting to see, you know. A lot of unknowns coming into the game with the time change and just kind of like a neutral site, like you said, but I think the Bears really came out. They played a full game of soccer, and it was exciting to watch. Lots of different pieces got to be added into this one. Players coming off the bench who might not have seen the field yet, and just everybody getting involved.
Yeah, it was a lot of just great teamwork there in that first half from Lenoir-Rhyne. Just, you know, weren't really sure how it was going to go. New pitch, new kind of surrounding, but they handled the challenge here today, and they were able to knock off the Cobras here in Game 1. So once again, thanks for staying tuned here on Bear Sports Network, presented by NBA Roofing. And we'll see you here for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Make sure you stay tuned and keep it right here. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently in a lightning and rain delay. We're going to take a little 30-minute breather here on Bear Sports Network. We're trying to get a little Lenoir-Rhyne men's soccer matchup against the Coker Cobras underway, but we're going to have to wait 30 minutes. We'll be back here on Bear Sports Network.